Now what we've done is we've zoomed out to the county as a whole, and you can even see some of Lenore County who's also doing the same thing with us. But we see on the screen that we've got a green, green clusters of information. So the idea is as we're zoomed out, if we had each individual crime showing up, it would be just too busy. So we kind of make those clusters of crime. And you see at the top right-hand side, we're leveraging Google Earth technology. So we can zoom in, zoom out. And we can see as we start to zoom in, these clusters of crime start to become individual crimes. So they no longer the green numbers, we see individual crimes. So we have the ability, again, we're using the Google Maps interface, we can turn on the satellite imagery if we want to. We can start seeing the satellite, so as we zoom in, we start to see the detail of the areas that we're zooming into. We can turn on the hybrid, which is the satellite and the road. Some of the technology you guys are familiar with. And then we see the crimes on top of that. So we're leveraging that public interface to make it, or the Google Maps interface to make it easy for the public. So that's great. We're seeing the Wayne County area. We see these icons. What do the icons mean? Of course, we have a legend that allows us to see the different types. Now again, the key, as the sheriff mentioned, is this is cross-jurisdictional. So it's not, this is the same, if I use this application in Lenore County, I'm seeing the same categories. So we can have consistency there. So we've broken it out into major categories, Part 1 type crimes, and we see those on the screen, arson, assault. Now if I don't want to look at all of these, and I'm only interested in a few, I can turn some of those layers off. So as we see that, we can apply it, and then we see those crimes disappear. Again, very simple to use. I mean, we understand that to be a public application, it's got to be extremely user-friendly. So let's turn those back on. We see what the legend does, kind of straightforward things. Now we're starting to talk about the power of the application. As I selected, it's going to draw a mile buffer around my house. Now what we're seeing is that from over the last 2 weeks, there's been no crimes occurred around my house. So thanks to Sheriff Winters and his deputies, we're safe over the last 2 weeks, which is great. Now with that said, let me back it up to January 1st. So as soon as I do that, I see there's a few crimes that have popped up on the screen. So I'm starting to see, where I live, what's going on around my house. So we're kind of taking this my neighborhood concept to see what's going on. So now I can hover over any of these, and it shows me the address, which is great. And so maybe I'm interested in the one down here on Buck Swamp Road. I click on that, and it's going to show me that this was an assault. It shows me 3 default categories, the type, the date, and the location, and then a couple of user-defined categories that the sheriff wants to see. So we see that information there. I can hover over another one and click on it and see the information about it. So you can see how user-friendly this is. I can see that information. Okay, so I'm able to do that very quickly and see what's going on around my house. So we've done that. Now let's talk about some of the reporting capabilities of the application. On the left is our reporting capability. So we see here we've got a pie chart that pops up and just shows me generally what's going on in the area. The beauty is, as Brent moves around, zooms in, zooms out, you see how it automatically recalculates. He's zooming out. Slide that over a little bit so they can see some of the crimes behind it. Yeah, so you can see that as he moves around, it changes. So we see pie charts. We can also do bar charts. He clicks on that. It shows me the bar charts of the crimes in the area that I'm looking at. So as I move around, I see that. And then also I have individual tabular data that shows me the detail. Now I can sort that tabular data by type, by address, whatever I want to look at. Again, this changes as I move the map. It changes and shows me what's going on in my area. So I could be zoomed in a small area, I could be looking at a regional area, and I can see what's going on. So we have those reporting capabilities. You can print all this information out. Again, exciting. But to me, the true power of the application is what we're going to show you next. And put in my email address, as we're seeing here. Not only can we put in addresses, but I type in Stony Creek Church, I submit that, it's going to show me possible candidates. It's showing me various churches, it's showing me the Stony Creek Church. So I put that in there and it zooms to it. So again, I'm notified anytime crimes occur around that location. And to me, that's the biggest power of it. It's going to automatically email me every day, or not every day, but when something occurs in my area. So that's great. We're able to see that. Now another great thing about this application, as the sheriff mentioned, is it is cross-jurisdictional. So crime does not stop at the county border, at the city border, those kind of things. So as we zoom over to this area and we hover over some of these, we click on that particular application, we see at the top left-hand side there, that's Lenore County, North Carolina data. They're participating in this as well. So I can see if I'm the sheriff in either county or a deputy, I see on the left-hand side, there's 2 crimes occurred here in Wayne County. Now without this application, there's no way I could see what was going on in the surrounding county. So for the deputies and the sheriff, now I'm starting to do true regional crime analysis. I can see crime across county boundaries. As we zoom out, we see Lenore County data and Wayne County data. Duplin County is looking at it, and Greene County think they're going to come on. We're approaching Wilson and Johnston, and the idea is really a statewide map. Now, we have competitors in this arena. They are focusing on one thing only. They're focusing on crime. Now, we're taking this whole My Neighborhood concept to the next level because we're truly a local government GIS company.